Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here and welcome back to Save Our Saints. Today is episode number 23 in the series and it's a big episode. We take on Wolfsburg in the knockout round of the Europa League, the second knockout round to be precise. Obviously, we have a great opportunity. It's a team that I think that we can beat. I've looked at the team up and down and there's a surprise name that I forgot that played for them. Greetings once again everyone and welcome back to Save Our Saints. As I mentioned, today we take on Wolfsburg in the second knockout round of the Europa League. Take a look at their first team squad. A lot of recognizable names in there, but one, if you have been following this series, is more familiar than the other. Where is he? Mohamed El-Yunusi. I can't believe I missed him when I looked over the squad the last time we had an episode, but he still plays for Wolfsburg. Obviously, I forgot that we sold it to him for 14.25 million. He's done okay for them. 2 goals, 3 assists in the Bundesliga, average rating of 6.93. He's been pretty good at the continent, 2 goals and 8 appearances there. Solid. Honestly, that's exactly what I expected of him. But honestly, overall, Wolfsburg themselves actually have a pretty decent team. In particular, I like the look of this defender here, John Brooks. I'd like to maybe bring him in at some point. He has everything you look for in a modern-day centre-half in the fact that he's got pace, he's strong, good marking ability. Other players to keep an eye on today. No doubt are going to be Maximon Arnold, plays in the middle of midfield, does a little bit of everything. He is a box-to-box midfielder naturally, very talented player at 27 million, actually a German international as well. Alright, so after that 4-1 demolition of Lyon, confidence is still high in the squad. Went on to beat Huddersfield here 2-0, and a very, very convincing display. Goals from Anthony Martial and Erling Haaland. And then up against Middlesbrough, Mario Götze came off the bench to get himself a winner in the 61st minute. We made tough work against this Middlesbrough team, who are actually bottom of the table. So we made tough work at this one, but we got the job done in the end, so really, who cares? Alright, now Spurs in the situation now, up against Wolfsburg. We have a game in between, by the way, the Bournemouth game. I won't be showing that one on the episode, but I will do a little recap in the middle. But overall, this is a great opportunity. We're playing at home, first and foremost. As you can see, they're missing a few players. Munir, who is their top goal scorer of the year, he is doubtful. William, who is a right back for them, apparently their best right back, I guess, average rating of 7.9 on the season. He's actually had a pretty good season for them. He's doubtful. Harry Wilson, one of the key attacking threats, is out. He's out for a calf strain, but he's probably going to be back for the next one. Us, on the other hand, we pretty much have a full squad to pick from, apart from the players that I did not register. So this is the lineup that I've decided will help lead us to glory up against Wolfsburg. In goal, of course, Angus Gunn, left back. But, I mean, this team is essentially the same team. The only difference today, by the way, is that you're going to see Wilfred Ndidi in there instead of Gambin. There's a couple of reasons behind it. Ndidi, I don't know, he's just played a bit better lately. That's really the main reason, without breaking it down too much analytically. Indeed, he's just provided a better option there instead of Gambin. But obviously, Gambin is a great player to have coming off the bench for us anyway, in case we need to really solidify things in midfield. So anyway, here we go, up against Wolfsburg now in what could be the biggest game of the season for us. Obviously, a great opportunity to go out to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. If you told me at the start of the season, would you like to get to the quarterfinals of the Europa League, I would have snapped your hand off. And now this is a great opportunity. This is a team that we hopefully can beat, and beat pretty comfortably. Alright, so here we go, at a packed crowd here at St. Mary's, up against the mighty Wolfsburg. So, naturally, as I mentioned, this is a team that we can beat, and I'm confident going into it. For the first time in a few months here as manager of Southampton, and a few episodes in the save, I'm actually starting to feel confident again in my ability as manager of this football club to help take him to the next level. So hopefully they will pay my confidence and not destroy it. Alright, so first highlight, here we go. Let's see how this is going to fall. Obviously, keeping a clean sheet is going to be key today. Here's Grealish to Lamina. To Kluivert, looking for a big game from him today. Kluivert's tackled far too easy. Maguire's there to pick up the pieces. So, alright, where we set things, here's Ndidi. So Wesley Hoyt, that's a terrible pass from Wesley Hoyt, and Maguire's lucky enough that he's there to sweep up the mess left by Wesley. It's happened a lot this season, far too much. Anyway, here's Martial to Patrick Kluivert. Yeah, Justin Kluivert, and there's Erling Haaland. And he gets a goal there, 10 minutes in, and we are 1-0 up. The assist from the son of Patrick Kluivert, Justin Kluivert. I mean, ideally, we want to go into the second leg here. At least a couple of goals to the good and a clean sheet. I think that probably would be the ideal scenario for us. Anyway, here is another highlight here, just about 15 minutes before the halftime break. Haven't seen much of Wolfsburg going forward yet. They're going to have it a go, no doubt about it. They do have some very talented players. Here's Bauer now. This is very well worked, and it's easily picked up there from Angus Gunn. So, let's see if we can launch a quick attack here. Angus holds on the ball far too long. I do have a distribution sector quickly, by the way, so I'm not sure why he held on as long as he did. Anyway, here's Justin Kluivert back to Jack Grealish, switches out to Martial. Now he's got Bertrand on the overlap. Martial's going to go alone. He finds Haaland, and that's a good save from the keeper there, but Haaland really should have done better with that effort. So, halftime here, and we are absolutely dominating, but we only have one goal. That's got to change. If we're dominating at home like this, we need to take full advantage. We need to get another goal here. We need to go at least 2-0 up before the return trip to Germany. So I'll keep the same team out there because things are going so smoothly for us. But my expectations are to get a couple goals here in the second half. All right, so not much to change here in the second half. We haven't really created any opportunities either. So I'm going to go ahead and make a quick tactical adjustment. I'm actually going to take off Grealish and bring on Mario Götze. Mario then can play as a support instead, try and link up midfield and attack a bit better, because usually I have the advanced playmaker on attacks, try and support the striker. But today I'm just going to try and get them involved with Ndidi and Lamina instead. What else other changes can we make? I'm going to throw on Ibrahimi for Haaland. Despite Haaland getting a goal, he hasn't really been up to much up top. So I'm going to put in Ibrahimi because he plays that complete forward role pretty well. And not to mention, it's nice to have his physicality in the box there, all 6'5" frame of his. Hopefully he can throw his body around and get on the end of a cross. All right, chance here now for Wolfsburg. Ball's whipped in, and Ndidi with a header. Not a great header, and lucky enough it ends up in the hands of Angus Gunn. But that was probably the best chance in the second half for either side. It's been a pretty dull affair here in the second, and I'm sure Wolfsburg will take a 1-0 defeat back to Germany. So we still have time, though, to get our second goal. Here's Martial now to Bertrand, looking for Ibrahimi, can't find him. There's Götze, picks up the pieces. There's Martial now driving at the heart of the defence, takes a shot on, deflected into the keeper's hands, but promising signs there. That's where Martial is at his absolute best, when he's turning, when he's running at the opposition defence. He's absolutely impossible to stop when he does that. But too bad for us, he doesn't really do it frequently enough. But just a couple minutes now left of this game, so we're going to have to settle here for a 1-0 win, unless this goes in, of course. Easy save there, the Angus Gunn. But yeah, it's going to finish here 1-0. Obviously, we're happy to get the win. Obviously, happy to keep a clean sheet. But I'm not satisfied with only getting one goal today. This is a great opportunity to put this game to bed before the second leg, and unfortunately we didn't take it, which means we're going to have to go to Wolfsburg being a little bit careful, because it's going to be a very difficult away tie now with only a 1-goal advantage. All right, we got added bonus here. The youth intake came in. I forgot it happens late February, early March here in England. And we actually got a couple of decent players, surprisingly. Started with this guy, Joe Denyer Snyder. Joe Denyer Snyder, a right back, as you can see. Can also play centre half as well. 6'2". Physical attributes are all there. As you can see, pace, strength is good for a 15-year-old. Technical ability, though, does need a ton of work. Marking is good, though. It's starting off at 10, passing 8, tackling 9. Right now, a fullback. I like to use wing backs. Take a look here. So he's going to have to do a bit of work here naturally. His work rate is going to have to improve. He's only a 5 right now. Determination's only a 4 as well. I'm going to have to put him into a mentorship group, because right now, with that personality trait and mixed with determination and work rate, he's probably not going to reach the expectations here, which is potentially a 5-star player, believe it or not. As of right now, he can actually play Vanarama National Football, so he's got a good start in place, but he's going to have to do a lot of work to get up to the next level. And then we got Mark Scott, a promising winger here. As you can see, out-and-out winger, left-footed, crossings 12, aggression, okay, it's fine. Natural fitness is good there. Pace is decent. Dribbling, what's his dribbling? An 8 out of 10, 8 out of 20. It's not great. Off the ball is not good either. Passing, technique, work rate. He's got a half a chance at least to be a decent player. I mean, it's starting off at 1.5 star, potentially to be a 4-star in time. It's a long shot, but this guy could make an impact in the first team. All right, then we have a German goalkeeper, kind of a weird situation to have here. But Maximilian Gruss, goalkeeper here. I like to use sweeper keeper, and I don't think this guy is suited for that at the moment. With only a 6 passing, definitely he's going to have to work pretty hard there. Determination's only a 3, and obviously work rate's a 3. Unambitious personality. Again, it's kind of a damning personality trait to have, especially in a young prospect. It's not the be-all and end-all by any sense, but it does certainly help the process if you have good determinant work rate and a decent personality as well. All right, now we've got a centre half now. Determination is better with this guy, so is his work rate. He's a left-footed centre half, which is kind of useful to have. It's nice to have a nice balance of left foot, right foot centre half partnership. Acceleration is actually exceptional. 15 acceleration, 14 strength, so physically he's already there. Mentally, there's actually some impressive attributes in here. Bravery is 16, decision making a 15. Positioning can do a bit of work. Teamwork is good though. Technically speaking, he's not great. Tackling's 11. Heading is only an 8. So, I mean, the guy does have something about him. Obviously, we'll get him on board, get him do some individual training, and put him into a mentorship group, and we'll see how he develops. But on first impression, this guy might actually be a half decent player. Right, so here we go, up against Bournemouth. Now, I mentioned at the start of this episode, I'm not going to show this game on camera, just to make sure the episode keeps to a respectable length. I don't want to be exceeding 25-minute episodes, to be honest with you. I don't really think that's good viewing. Let's keep it short as I possibly can. So what we're going to do, though, is I'll show you the team I'm going to roll with for the game, and then I'll show you the results and talk about the fixture and summarize it nicely. All right, for today's game, this is how we're going to line up. Obviously, it's a tough game, actually, at Dean Court up against Bournemouth. They're currently 8th place in the table and actually performing surprisingly well this season, and led by Isaac Success up top. As you can see, 10 goals and 21 appearances for the former Watford striker. But overall, he's played very well, and obviously we know about Lewis Cook from the Save Our Lions series. He's a very, very talented midfielder indeed. At the back, still led by Nathan Aki, who plays left back majority of the time for them apparently. Dejan Lovren plays at the heart of defence on loan from Liverpool. So they still have some pretty talented players, and Eddie Howe still runs his football club, so we know they're going to be a tough opposition today. But this is how we're going to line up anyway, with the Wolfsburg game in mind, and obviously we're very, very unlikely to catch 4th and 5th place in the table. I just want to make sure we A, remain competitive, but B, I want to make sure we're prepared and all our players are fully fit for the Wolfsburg game. That's the priority as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to line up this way. Gunn's going to be in goal, Target left back, and Marty right back with Storico and Conde through the middle of defence. Wijnaldum, Haaland in the midfield with Max Cornet, Mario Götze, Patrick Roberts and Ibrahimi leaving the line. So I've been criticised lately by the board and fans for not playing enough youth players. So Thomas Haaland, here's a great opportunity for you to shine, sir. Hopefully you'll do me proud today. All right, so I said I wasn't going to show any highlights from this game, but I've got to show you this one from Thomas Peck. By the way, we're losing 2-0 here and playing absolutely atrociously, but take a look at this finish. What a spin move, and then a little chip over Angus Gunn, cheeky as you like. That just goes to show the level of potential that this regen has. All right, so an absolutely atrocious game of football here for the Saints. We just never got involved in this game at all right from the get-go. Always having an uphill struggle. Even possession was terrible for us. We're usually around the late 50s mark, but we struggled to get above 50 today, and we're lucky to finish off at 54%, to be honest with you. But overall, an absolutely atrocious display from the Saints today. All right, so here we go, up in the second leg now in Germany against Wolfsburg. Take a look around the fixtures, though, real quick. You'll see that Barcelona taking Ajax, and it's 1-1 currently. Chelsea got drawn against Manchester United. That's an unfortunate draw for those two teams. I'm sure both of those teams would be hoping for an easier tie than that, and those two are probably two of the top teams in this competition alongside Barcelona. Kind of crazy to see Barcelona in the Europa League, though. Anyway, going into the game up against Wolfsburg, hopefully we'll bounce back from that absolutely dreadful display against Bournemouth, and we'll put that behind us. We'll just pretend it was a reserve team, and it was a reserve team, but we'll just pretend that reserve team has no factor on how this team performs. But anyway, so here we go. Angus Gunn's going to be goal naturally. Toljan right back. Maguire, Hoyt and Bertrand partnering them. Lamina and Didi in midfield. Martial, Grealish, Justin Kluivert are right wing. With, of course, Erling Haaland leading the line. All right, so here we go. Huge game for the Saints, obviously. We have a 1-0 lead, and obviously as long as, keep a clean sheet, we go to the next stage. That should be the mentality of the boys today. Just be solid at the back. Don't get anything easy to them. And hopefully we'll qualify then to the quarterfinals. All right, corner kick now, 25 minutes in. Grealish puts it in. The ball bounces in the box, but it's cleared. And it's Al Yunusi now looking to lead the charge for Wolfsburg. I'm sure he would love to get one over us today. I'm expecting him to put the ball in the top corner of the net to win in the game. That's exactly the luck I've been having lately. But anyway, here's Wesley Hoyt now. Finds the feet of Anthony Martial. He's going to turn and run at the opposition. Lays it off to Bertrand. Back to Martial. There's Grealish. Back to Bertrand. Beautiful football here from the Saints. Ball goes in the box. And it goes all the way back to the right back for some strange reason. That's a very bizarre pass there from Bertrand. Anyway, here's Haaland now. Lamina's through on goal. Lamina. That was a great chance. Mario. Got to finish those, son. Obviously, if we do get an away goal here, honestly, then I really can't see Wolfsburg getting back into it. Here's a chance, though. Sionku with a header at the back post. It was just over the bar. But as I was saying, if we get an away goal, I can't see Wolfsburg getting anything out of this game. So if we get the first goal here, we can start partying and getting ready for the quarterfinals. All right, so here we go. Halftime here, and it's 0-0. Honestly, neither team really creating that many opportunities. Lamina, best chance for us. Sionku from a corner kick for them. But so far, we're dominating. If you look at the match stats, 13 shots to their 4. Possession, we're doing very well too. We've had more chances than they have two half chances. So far, so good. All right, we'll make a change now. 20 minutes to go in this game. What we'll do is we're going to take off Martial now. It seems like a bit of a gamble there, but he hasn't had a great game today at all. Not done a very good job holding on to the ball, given away cheaply a couple of times. So Scarpa's going to come on in his place, and Grealish is going to move to the left-hand side of the midfield. I'm also going to bring off Ndidi here, and I'm bringing on Gambin instead. So just those 2 changes for now. Solid changes. Haven't really dropped off in quality too badly, and as long as things stay the same, we qualify then to the quarterfinals. Chance now for Wolfsburg. It's got in the box, Marley, and he's hit the outside of the post. That was a great chance for Wolfsburg. They hit us on the counter-attack there, and we were not prepared for that. Had to get 3 or 4 players. They could have finished it there, but lucky enough, Marley then hit the outside of the post. But we were very, very fortunate to get away with that one. Here's Grealish now. That's a really, really good ball, and that's Haaland. Should have done better with the effort there, but what a ball that was from Jack Grealish. All right, just moving on to injury time now. 5 seconds left. Last throw of the dice here for Wolfsburg. And here's Marley, had that great chance, or Mali, sorry, had that great chance, and he didn't take it, and that's finished here, 0-0 in Germany. Very, very dull affair, not the exciting game I was hoping for you guys to watch, but I'm satisfied. We're through to the next stage, we're through to the quarterfinals now of the Europa League. So what we're going to do here is, we'll do the same as last time. We'll take a look and see who we are playing, first and foremost. We also got also close to £1 million for qualifying, so all helps, because right now the balance not looking too pretty, 20 million in the red. So yeah, we're going to have to do some retooling of that in the summer. All right, so here we go, the Europa League quarter-final draw. What we're going to do here is for suspense. So the remaining teams in the competition are Barcelona, Chelsea, Lazio, Napoli, Sevilla, ourselves, naturally, Hoffenheim, and Zenit Petersburg. So out of all those teams in there, I'd want to either play Hoffenheim or Zenit. Maybe Sevilla, but definitely I want to avoid Barcelona, Chelsea, Lazio, and potentially Napoli. I'm kind of indifferent on Napoli, but definitely Barcelona, Chelsea, and Lazio. So without further ado, let's go to the automatic draw for suspense. All right, so we're playing first up against Sevilla. Okay, I can live with that. We avoided Barcelona and Chelsea. Those are teams I did not want to play at all. And Napoli drew against Chelsea. That's interesting. And Barcelona are playing Hoffenheim. Okay, so Barcelona look like they're through to the next stage. Chelsea and Napoli, that'll be a good game. I expect Lazio to beat Zenit pretty comfortably. So we're up against Sevilla in the quarter-final now. Let's take a look at the Sevilla squad. No doubt they've got a lot of talented players. To get this far, you need to have talented players. Quincy Promes, that's a player that Southampton almost signed in real life last season. They've also got Ben Yedder leading the line for them. He's a natural goal scorer, signed from Toulouse back in 2016, and he does get goals, not a lot of them, but he is a very, very talented player in FM. I managed to pick him up a couple of times, and he's always done well for me. Vidal, former Barcelona right back, right? And also plays for Everton. Yeah, plays for Everton nowadays. Who else do they have? Simon Gjar, obviously a Danish centre-half there. Very talented centre-half as well. Juan Carlos is the goalkeeper. We'll take a look at him real quick. He looks okay, nothing spectacular. Who else do they have? Roque Mesa at the heart of midfield. Used to play for Swansea. Victor Fischer, that's a player I actually almost signed in this summer, actually, as manager of Southampton. We almost signed him, but he wanted ridiculous wages, I think. Yeah, he wanted like 90,000, and I wasn't convinced he was going to be that good for me, so I didn't sign him. Who else do they have? Anyone else interesting? Let's check it out by goals. I've gone through all those players. Assists. Who's this guy? Alejandro Poza. Out and out winger, as you can see. 22-year-old. Bit of potential about him, no doubt. But overall, I'm actually pretty satisfied with that draw. I actually, going into this, I'm actually pretty confident that we can get something out of this. Oh, they have Kennedy, former Chelsea and Newcastle wing back. But yeah, I'm actually pretty satisfied with this. I think, I believe, I don't just think, I believe that we can get through now to the semi-finals. That's a positive draw. So that will be the next episode of Save Our Saints. Yeah, there's only 2 games in between, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace, so it makes sense. We'll do Sevilla then in the quarterfinal. This has kind of turned into a Europa League series at the moment in time, but honestly, nothing interesting going on in the league, especially after that defeat against Bournemouth. There's no way in hell we're going to be challenging Arsenal or Manchester United above us in the table. They're just too good, and honestly, we're not going to be able to catch them. As long as we can hold on to the top 7 spot here, which is what we've got to be careful about, by the way. As you can see, Tottenham and Bournemouth are now catching us up, so we've got to be careful about the end of the season. Make sure we don't get too complacent and lose our place in Europe for next season. That would be disastrous for the football club if we didn't get into Europe next year, just financially and reputation-wise, especially with some of the players that we have. They expect Europe. So it's very, very, very important that we get back into Europe next year. So we got to make sure that first and foremost, and then second of all, we'll get as far as we can here in the Europa League. But getting to the quarterfinals, that's quite the achievement. I'm very happy with that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series so far. If you did, do me a favor, smash a like on the video. If you want to see more from me in the future, please hit subscribe to notifications on. If you haven't checked out the other series going on the channel right now, that's going to be a Journeyman's Journey, a European edition. We are currently manager of FC Slonim in Belarus, and things are going pretty well for me over there. So why not go check out some of those videos if you're interested in seeing a different kind of save. But thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it anyway, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.